Hi, Tanya with Tanya Barron's Real Estate Group, here today with another interview for our Downtown Renton business. Today we're with Jen, the owner of Urban Sprouts.
Hello.
We're going to do it a little bit differently this time. We're actually going to be building a terrarium. Is that what it's called? Just a terrarium or terrarium? Okay.
We're building a terrarium.
Terrarium.
It's okay.
Awesome.
A lot of people get it.
Okay, so it's not just me. And you guys can actually also come down and set up a time with Jen or any of the staff probably.
You can walk in and use our terrarium bar anytime you like, self-guided, or you can make a reservation online and it's $10 for 30 minutes of instruction.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, well, while we do this, we'll also talk about why you opened the store, how long you've been in business, and kind of what guests can expect when they come into this very beautiful spot, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, sounds good to me.
So when did you guys open the business?
So I originally started in 2015 in Ballard, but then that building was earmarked for demolition, and so I moved down to Renton and opened here in September of 2016.
Oh, okay. So you've been around for quite some time.
Been doing this a minute now.
Yeah. How's business been over the last couple of years with COVID and the renovation?
Oh man, it's been a wild ride. With some high highs and some low lows, but we adapt and overcome, and we're here.
So actually, I was thinking, and maybe I'm wrong, but with COVID, did you actually see a spike in business just because people were home and they're gardening and planting?
Yeah, actually 2019, 2020 were some of our better years because a lot of people took on the houseplant hobby, and we were fortunately able to really quickly pivot from in-store to online just within a few months while we were all in lockdown. So we did actually decent in 2020. The last few years post construction has been a little harder.
Yeah, because people get back to real life now. They're like, oh wait, I don't have time for all these hobbies that I invested in. Sure. We already picked out a few things that we're going to be putting into it.
Anytime that you're making a terrarium, you're creating a little miniature ecosystem inside of a piece of glass. And terrarium basically means land-based miniature ecosystem. And there are things that we need to consider when we're putting things together. Our substrate layers make up the soil, which is a living part of the ecosystem. So we have 3 layers. Our first here is our drainage layer, or gravel, which is primarily used to protect your plants from you and overwatering. It also acts as our kind of landscaping layer. So we put a little bit of this in the bottom. Gravel bucket's a little bit low. Okay. I'm just gonna pour it in. I like to make a little bit of a hill. It's more natural. And then our second layer is biochar, which is pH balanced, nutrient enhanced, activated charcoal.
Okay.
And that basically helps keep the pH in the environment slightly acidic, which keeps our plants from growing too much and keeps mold and mildew from growing. We want our plants to stay little so that they stay cute in our terrarium and they don't try to kill each other. And stay very low maintenance and cute in their little terrarium. And then we do soil, which this is terrarium soil specifically, which is highly nutrient but doesn't have fertilizer because the environment is susceptible to chemical burns with fertilizer. But we want to keep the soil layer really shallow so that we don't give them too much opportunity for growth. We want to keep everybody nice and cute and little. So now we're going to put our plants in. What we're going to do, pick your favorite plant first, and then we're going to loosen the soil from the roots and put it in place. We're going to really densely pack our plants in, like more than you think, because we're trying to keep everything from growing. So part of the way we do that is by physically restricting the space that they have.
For some reason, this cute little guy, maybe just because it's got a little pop of color, is reaching out to me.
Sure.
And so earlier I grabbed a bunch of different options just to see. Yeah, I love all of these. And then, of course, texture-wise,
Maybe.
I don't know. You can make a decision.
Well, we got you. We can we'll take whatever you pick. So I'm going to choose this one first because I love the texture. It's going to fill up a lot of nice space in the back.
I was thinking that one too. Or how did your passion for this start?
My mom always had a garden. She was horrible at houseplants. She already knows that I say this about her. We always had like one or two, but they came and went. But she always had a really beautiful garden. And so I think it kind of started there. And then when I went to college, I studied environmental science, and I particularly focused on like urban agriculture. I thought that the way that we could use our urban spaces to produce food was really fascinating. So I did a lot of studying on like CSA programs, community supported agriculture programs, and just human resources, and that was really cool. And so, I mean, I've always been in the dirt.
Awesome.
Barefoot, hands in the soil, rock collecting, bug collecting, kid.
Nice. Yeah, I love that. I've walked actually past this store so many times, and I don't know why until one of my colleagues was like, we should go in there. And I was like, actually, I was going to interview them. Like, I've seen it, but I just haven't physically walked in. And it is such a beautiful oasis. And for you realtors out there too, they do offer really good closing gifts, and they have cute little signs and everything you can put in. So you guys might want to stop by as well.
We do. We have partnerships with several realtors. So you can just send us your gift recipient and your budget, and then we'll put something beautiful together and drop it off.
Awesome. And since we're always so busy, drop off is wonderful. We love that. So, do you actually live in Renton?
I do.
You do? Okay. How do you like it, and how long have you been here?
I love Renton. I grew up in Seattle proper, and then I spent my teenage years in Kent. So I've been in the area, but then I've been in Renton proper 6 or 7 years now.
Okay.
Basically,
As soon as you.
The whole time the shop's been here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. What has it been like with the changes down here as far as the new stores coming in? I've obviously had lots of interviews down here, and there's a general consensus that everybody loves one another. They support one another.
Yeah, largely it's a really lovely supportive group of people. It's been really interesting. When I first moved into the area, there were not that many other shops, particularly like retail or like customer facing businesses down here. And so it's been fun to watch people come. Some go, but mostly come. And I think it's a great spot. It's also centrally located, so you can get anywhere from here. Which I like.
Absolutely. That is one of my biggest selling points of Renton. If you're commuting to Bellevue, Seattle, Tacoma, you're right there. Airports, malls.
Yes.
You really can't beat the flexibility Renton offers you.
You're an hour away from the sea, the mountain, and any city you want.
Yeah, it's awesome. First came down here, there really wasn't a whole lot. It's only been since the renovation, since all the new shops came in, that it's really become a popular place for people just to come down, shop, and walk. And I've never seen so much foot traffic. That's got to be really nice for you guys.
It's nice, yeah. I would say up until the renovation, it was really destination location down here. So people would come specifically for a certain business. And now we're starting to see more just kind of, I stopped at the coffee shop, or I went to Esmond Elodie and I got clothes and now I'm over here. And it's definitely more walkable, which is really nice.
Besides the Terrarium bar, what other services do you offer?
We do lots of cool stuff here. We have our retail space for plants and gifts and pots and all of that stuff too. But the main thing is behind us is our plant clinic. We're actually about to expand that in the new year. So it's going to be behind that wall is our that's where our secrets are.
Yes.
Mostly the trash needs to go out and our utilities. But we're expanding it into a bigger clinic. So if you have a plant at home or your office or whatever that's not doing so hot, you can bring it in, and we have houseplant clinicians on staff, which basically is like a doctor for your plants. We have an in-house certification program for basically making sure that our staff are so knowledgeable at figuring out what's wrong with your plant and treating them that we can get you back on track. So there's the plant clinic. We do walk-ins and appointments at this point. It's pretty cool. We do repotting, pest treatment, Monstera mounting. We also deliver. So if you have something that's too big for you to bring in or take home, we have pickup and drop-off services. But apart from that, we do public and private workshops in the Terrarium bar. You can book the table just for yourself, or you can book a team building event. And in the front, we have our flower bar. So there's always fresh flowers available. You can come in and pick your own stems. We have fresh and preserved. And we also have people who can help you put something pretty together.
Well, last time I was in here, you said something about your flower bar happy hour or something like that.
Yeah. We are working on it, but it's going to be official quite soon. But in the evenings, basically, we'll have flower bar happy hour. So we'll be running specials on stems and vases and just different things, different days of the week, so that you can feel good about dropping by and treating yourself with some blooms on your way home from work.
Oh, I love that. Are all your plants indoor? Is that what you guys focus on, is indoor?
Yeah, we focus on indoor. Sometimes I'll usually bring in some herbs and stuff in the spring. And I'm considering bringing in some seeds again. We used to carry seeds and then stop, but I think I might pick it up again. But yes, primarily indoor plants.
Okay, so you really are packing this in. My little purple guy. Seems like he's not going to be in the soil, but that's going to be okay. Or you're just going to smush it down like that. Okay.
I just haven't put the soil around him yet, but he'll get in there.
Okay.
How are you feeling about this layout so far?
I love it, and I love how it kind of goes up and everything.
Good.
Scene. Okay. So what is your favorite part of owning a plant store?
I really love working with people. I love plants, of course, but mainly, I would say my favorite part is when someone first comes in and they want to get into plants, but they're not quite sure where to get started, or they've been unsuccessful in the past, and so they're just coming to us for help. And we're able to kind of explain how plants work and set them up for success, make sure that we're sending them home with something that is actually well suited for their environment or their care routine. And then 3 months later, they're feeling confident and strong because of our resources. They can text us and ask questions, or they can come to the clinic, and then all of a sudden they're brilliant houseplant lovers and they are buying 30, 50, 60 plants. That's gonna be me. It's gonna be you. It's gonna be you. And I just find that really rewarding. I also love bringing staff members in the same way. I usually hire people that don't know a ton about plants when they first come in, and just watching them like learn and grow, and then be able to share that passion with others, and that journey of going from I don't know what I'm doing to I did it so you can do it too is really fun for me to watch.
Sure, they have a lot of good energy, because I know when I learn something new, I just can't stop talking about it. So I'm sure the customers that come in feel that same vibe as well.
I hope so. That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal. So in a terrarium, the name of the game is just sort of to moisten the soil all around. Personally, I like to use a little turkey baster or a pipette and just sort of evenly disperse some water. The sides of the terrarium, you can sort of see the soil layer. So you want to see that the soil is darkened by the soil being wet, but you need to stop if pooling starts happening in the bottom. So just a little is usually all you need.
Okay.
And you can see the soil if you hold the terrarium in your non-dominant hand, and then water.
Okay. Such a beautiful one. Thank you for cleaning this out for me.
You're welcome.
Should I add something?
If you
have
there's a little spot. There's a couple spots here that if you would like to add some cute little crystals or trinkets, then I think you're good to go. So anywhere there's gravel, if you want to decorate, go for it.
All right. Well, we'll see, and then I'll show you my finished product. But I absolutely love it. It's perfect. I could not have done it by myself.
I got you.
Is there anything else that you want to tell the Renton residents about you and what you guys need? Come in. Make an appointment.
Make an appointment. Yeah, come in and make an appointment. Let's do team building together. Let's take care of your plants. We're here for any and all of your houseplant needs.
Awesome. Jen, you're so great. I love it. And I appreciate your time. And this was super fun to come down and do this.
Good. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yes, thanks.
It's fun to have you.
Well, I just finished my terrarium at Urban Sprouts in downtown Renton. Really, if you watch the video interview, Jen did mostly for me, but isn't it so beautiful? You guys can also come down here and make your own. Thanks, Jen.